Hi, it's Ryan from Mastery CFO. One of the frequently asked questions that we receive from our clients is, how can I improve the profitability of my company? And there are many different potential answers to that question. One of the common ones, for example, that people would think about is, hey, I'll just cut costs. And while cutting costs may, depending on the circumstances of your company, what you've tried and what you haven't tried, it may actually help improve the bottom line. But you can't cut your costs to ultimate success. You can't cut your costs to achieve every goal that you might have for your business. You need to employ other strategies as well. One of the underutilized strategies that we explore with our clients is working on boosting employee efficiency to increase your profits. Most often, bookkeepers and tax accountants won't be delving into this for you. It's not part of their scope of work and focus. This is more within the space of what CFOs or chief financial officers will look into and work on for a business. It gets into understanding your operation and how different components of that operation impact the key performance indicators on the financial side. This is what really sets CFOs apart from other accounting professionals. It's that ongoing focus and collaboration with the other parts of the business to drive results within the financial realm of the business or part of the business. So what is employee efficiency? Employee efficiency refers to the ability of workers or staff to perform their duties with the most effective use of resources and time without compromising quality. So efficient employees do more than inefficient employees in the same amount of time, and they do more of the right things. And that's an important distinction. It's not just a matter of doing more stuff. They've got to be doing the things that contribute to the goals that the corporation or the organization has. Efficiency is important because it frees up capacity for the organization. It does drive profitability and it facilitates growth of the organization. And an organization with efficient employees is doing more of the right things over time, and that's going to contribute to growth in every respect. Efficiency can also enhance employee morale. Employees that are efficient generally feel more satisfaction from their jobs. They've got a greater sense of achievement, and that's important. And it can potentially reduce the impact on the environment as well, because think of it this way. Employees that are utilizing the resources that they've got more efficiently or more effectively are not going to have as much waste, right? So there's less potential environmental impact. Now, to improve the efficiency of your staff, there's a variety of different techniques and tactics that can be employed. Training and development is one of them, making sure the processes and systems are in place to facilitate and automate some components of the job or the tasks within the job. But there's one advanced strategy that I like to explore with my clients. That is what I call activity scheduling. So activity scheduling is a strategy related to employee efficiency, but the idea is the company needs to understand which specific tasks are key to driving the results that we're looking for on the financial side. Okay. And so, what specifically produces higher sales? What specifically produces more production or better service? We want to analyze those things. And once we understand what those key factors are, we can work backwards and make sure that we schedule into each employee's day or each allotted period of time how many activities of that kind we expect the employees to accomplish. Okay, and again, with quality. In this example here of a simple activity schedule for revenue, the company wants a specific amount of revenue per year. The company wants to gain one deal per day. Okay, one deal results in the new revenue that they need per day. If you did this 2,080 days per year, it can really compound and make a giant difference on the profitability side as well as the revenue side. But they know that to get one deal a day, which results in an average amount of revenue, that they need 4 proposal presentations per day. They're in other words, out of 4 proposal presentations, they're going to get one deal. That's the activity that generates new deals is proposal presentations. Now, what generates proposal presentations? Well, here it's saying that 10 leads per day result in 4 proposal presentations. So let's go backwards. Activity that generates new leads. We want leads, 10 leads per day. The activity that generates new leads is cold calling. This is on the sales side. So what we're going to do is schedule for our sales representative 100 cold calls in a given day. And the assumption is that if you make 100 cold calls per day of quality, on average, as a salesperson, you're going to create 10 leads per day. So to walk through it from left to right, we want 100 cold calls per day. So we're going to schedule that for our salesperson. Our salesperson understands that that's what's required. They understand that to be efficient, they have to make 100 quality cold calls. And they do that. We get 10 leads. 10 leads means we've got 4 proposal presentations. 4 proposal presentations means that we get one deal and that deals with an average amount of revenue. So by virtue of scheduling the activities, the salesperson has what they need to understand what they have to do to be efficient, and we can manage to that. So the salesperson can make sure that they're timing their day properly, they're not taking too long for breaks, they're not spending time doing other things that aren't as important as cold calls. The salesperson's manager can help that person manage the situation. If the salesperson is not making 100 cold calls per day, the sales manager and the sales person can explore why that might be. Is it because the salesperson is missing information? Maybe doesn't have regular access or proper access to the call lists. Or maybe there's a challenge on the IT side. Something's wrong with the computer that needs to be fixed to facilitate the salesperson doing what they need to do with respect to cold calling. Or maybe the salesperson needs more training and development. Maybe they're not good at cold calling. And by virtue of receiving some training and development, the sales manager can make sure that the salesperson will get what they need to be efficient. Okay. And so you do need to manage this. You need to follow through on this. And you can look at variances. If there are certain salespeople who consistently don't produce the results, maybe training and development is the right answer. Maybe the right answer is to change them into a different position or explore things from a different angle. But the point of the matter is that by virtue of scheduling specific activities that are known to generate results, and by managing to that, you can create the results that are expected. Yes, this takes regular ongoing attention to detail. It's something that needs to be managed. But instead of waiting until the end of the period and saying, gee, we didn't get enough revenue, how come? What you're doing is you're looking at the activities that generate revenue and you're managing those. Those are the drivers of revenue. And it's super important to understand that we're managing these in advance. So we're being proactive. We're proactively planning for what needs to be done, scheduling it so that everybody's on the same page and understands what needs to be done. And we are managing plan versus actual. We have to look at what the actual results are against the plan that we had in place. So we can be very intentional about understanding along the way whether or not we're on target or not on target to hit what we're hoping to hit in terms of financial goals. So you can look at the financial statements, but that's very much a reactive kind of a response. By virtue of understanding what needs to be done, scheduling that and managing it before we actually get the financial results, we can get ahead of the curve, and that proactivity can dramatically drive profit. If you aren't exploring this, it's something to think about. I think most organizations, small, mid-sized businesses, are doing this instinctively to a degree, but by taking the bull by the horns and really looking at how to optimize this, there's a lot that can be gained because the organization is focusing on what really matters, and that focus is going to help them improve and get better results in the future relative to what they've had in the past, especially. But also, probably most important is it's going to contribute to you reaching your goals, whatever they may be. Now, if you haven't done this and you don't even know where to start, a fractional CFO can look at this for you, help you understand the ways to set this up, how to model it, how to recognize opportunities for improvement, how to measure them, and then how to manage them along the way and make course corrections and all of those good things.